Maybe the most anticipated event of the championships. Is it? Maybe it is. More questions than answers right now, but of course, all questions will be answered. Hello and welcome to another series of Technique Talk, where we talk about the things that nobody wants to talk about. And today we are looking at the preview of the JAAA National Junior and Senior Championships 2024, and we're looking at the women's event on the program, and we'll just look at what are the prospects for our women going into these championships. It's a very intriguing competition that we're about to see. Worth traveling miles to see the women parade their skills and show us what they can do faster, higher, and stronger it is as the women try to earn a spot on the Jamaican Olympic team going to Paris 2024. And we'll start off the preview with not some of the non-traditional events, a few events, and particularly the hammer throw. The hammer throw, it's one of those events that you don't see often, but here it is, the Jamaican champion, 4 times national champion, Nayoka Clunis. So far, she's gone 71.83 meters, her heave, 4 turns she uses, and her aim is 74 meters to get to the Olympic qualifying standard. But interestingly, Nayoka is ranked 20th right now going into Paris, and of course they're taking 32, so she has a very good chance of making it to the Olympics, if not by qualifying time or qualifying performance, certainly getting through based on quota. So that should be an interesting event with Nayoka going after her first Olympics, heading there to Paris. So besides the women's hammer throw, we have the women's triple jump. Very interesting competition. Hop, step, and jump. This one, 14.55 meters, the automatic qualifying distance for the women. 3 phases, 6 jumps. Only 3 will make it, but there are 3 main contenders. With a 4th in Shante Foreman, she's somewhere in 1395 meters, her best so far. But the top 3, well-decorated athletes these are. Of course, led off by Shanika Ricketts, who is number 2 right now in the world at 15.03 meters. Well, number 2 in the rankings going into the Olympics. Of course, Yulima Rojas of Venezuela out due to the surgery that she had recently. So technically, Ricketts is going in with the longest distance, the longest hop, step, and jump of the women so far. Behind her, of course, the youngster Akilah Smith out of University of Texas. She's at 14.52 meters and sitting at number 28. So you see there's a lot of women jumping in that from 1503 to 1452. So within half of a meter, you have 27 ladies. So it's very close, very tight as they cut the sand, almost within the same range for each of them. And of course, the third ranking Jamaican going in, of course, is, well, not third rank, but the third person that we're looking at would be the well-decorated Kimberly Williams. Kimberly Williams, 14.61, she has as her qualifying performance. That, of course, she did in the Diamond League finals last year in Eugene. But Kimberly has really stood the test of time. You're talking about a world indoor silver. She's also 2-time world junior bronze medalist. This is a 3rd time, well, she's trying to make her 4th Olympic team, but 3 times already she has hit the top 8 of the finishers at the Olympics. She's a 3-time NCAA indoor champion, 2-time NCAA outdoor champion. She's a 7 times national champion at our national championships. She also won the NACAC Under 23 Championships back in 2010 when she was Under 23. CAC Games champion, CAC Championships champion, 2 times Commonwealth Games champion, and of course, this is just amazing. I mean, you're talking about all the forces and things that are, you have to deal with the muscles and the joints, knees and ankles and hips. Kimberly has been jumping for a very long time. Huge career, dominant, excellent. Of course, this is somebody who's passed the test of time. And Kimberly has a lot of experience. And so there's so much experience going into this triple jump for women. It should be a very interesting competition there for our women going out there and trying to make that Olympic standard. So that's one of the events you definitely want to see. Of course, this championships has so many stories and plots and subplots. And one of them, of course, is in the 100 meters where the women, maybe the most anticipated event of the championships. Is it? Maybe it is. More questions and answers right now, but of course, all questions will be answered Friday at 9:45 p.m. All the questions that you have are going to be answered. And hold on to your questions, but also hold on to your seats because this one is going to be massive. You think about the women who are lining up for this 100 meters. It's nothing short of amazing. Number 1, of course, Sharika Jackson, 10:65, her entry performance. Of course, you know who Sharika Jackson is. And then, of course, number 4, she's not number 4, Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price at 10:77 seconds. Then, of course, the number 7 seeded or ranked based on the Olympic qualifying standards, Elaine Thompson-Herah, 10.79 seconds, her entry performance time. And of course, you have so many other ladies that are there, of Natasha Morrison, Sasha Lee Forbes, Crystal Slowly, 10.99, breaking the 11 seconds. She's having a season of her life coming through. And of course, Brianna Williams at 11.01. We haven't talked about Ashanti Moore, nor have we mentioned the upcoming Naisha Berger, 11.06. And of course, there is the Alana Reed factor there. Alana, of course, still a junior, but we'll be racing with the big ladies. 10 ladies there, only 8 lanes. We have to run the races. This is indeed going to be massive. And anyone who misses this is just going to be so angry with themselves. And even after I've called those 10 names, we haven't mentioned persons like Kemba Nelson, Riona Burchell, the Clayton twins, Janelle Smith. When you think of the depth that exists in the female sprinting, it's amazing. And of course, we just need to give them some time. A lot of the youngsters coming through are really concerned about winning at the highest level. But when you look at the conveyor belt, definitely, there's lots for Jamaica. So who said track and field was not exciting and entertaining? No, this is pure stress and entertainment. It's going to be massive. We're loving it. And of course, if we want to title this one, we can call it Bring It On. Bring it on. Bring on the excitement. Bring on the fun. It's going to be just crazy what's going to happen in the women's 100 meters. The 200 meters is also going to be special. Some of the same ladies in the 100 will lace up and line up at the 200 meters. But of course, we heard that the Olympic champion, Elaine Thompson-Herah, 2016, 2021, or is it 2020, Olympic champion, will not be contesting the 200 meters. That is just so much of a disappointment that she's unable to defend her Olympic title. And when you think about defending an Olympic title, and year over year, anyone who is able to do that, you recognize how significant it is an achievement. Seeing that there are so many things that can happen over that 4-year period that would maybe affect the athlete's progress or something of the sort. And to be able to do it back to back, it's an amazing achievement and accomplishment. So, of course, we don't have any persons who can't step up. I mean, if you're talking about stepping up, I mean, you're not going to say Shericka Jackson stepping up. Shericka Jackson is a world champion. At 21:41, of course, she is there, the only Jamaican woman in the top 10. That's a little bit of an unusual space for us to be in. But of course, that's the reality of the situation right now. Shelly Fraser-Pryce sits at number 11 with 22.26 that she did at the national trials last year. Not sure if Shelly will actually contest the 200, but we'll see what happens in this particular championship. She's listed, not sure if she's going to compete. But of course, third in the list, on the list, would be Brianna Liston, and of course we know the Liston story. Packed up her season after the NCAA championships. She's the next best Jamaican. But then after that, you have Kevona Davis will be at the national championships. Her 22.34 seconds that she did in Budapest last year. But the very exciting Lene Teva Thomas, she looked really good at the Racers Grand Prix on the 1st of June, running that 22.36 seconds. And of course, when you look at maybe all the times globally since the 1st of June, so all the times that have been produced by women this month of June, you know, her performance at 22.36 have her fourth. So she's the fourth fastest for the month. In terms of the times that these athletes have produced, whether they're national championships or at other meets that are leading up to the Olympics, only 4 women have gone faster than her since the start of June. So that, to me, is very telling in terms of what kind of shape she's in and her prospects, because, of course, you know, it's current form that determines how competitive an individual is. And so we're looking to her, and that should be an interesting event to see how well she contests the 200 meters at these national championships. Of course, the 400 meter women is definitely another event that we want to see. The newly minted national record holder in Nikisha Price at 48.8. Now, have you ever seen a Jamaican run 48.89 seconds? I've never seen it live. Of course, very few of us saw it live, but we're in the same state when it happened. But here's our newly minted national record holder. Will lead off a very good field for this one lap event. And of course, you know, one can ask the question, is this the Nikisha Price show? Is it? Well, let's see. The price is right. That's what we're going to determine. Following her on that list, of course, is Candice McLeod at 50.19 seconds. Stacey Ann Williams at 50.71. She's also there. 50.64. Brianna White. Shericka Young at 51.16. Those are the main persons. But then you think about Stephanie Ann McPherson, Geneve Russell. Not sure if she's going to do the double with the 4 hurdles and the 400, but she's listed there. And of course, Leah Anderson. This is a stacked field. This is a deep field, and of course, the women have no 4x4 issues. Not at all for the women. Fully qualified and gone through, and have a very good team that will be competitive with any other 4 women from any other nation. These women will deliver, and we're looking forward to that particular event at the national championships here in Kingston. Other events to watch, of course, the 100 meter hurdles, 10 obstacles, 33 inches high, 8 lanes, and there's just so much depth in this one. 13 meters to the first hurdle, 8.5 meters in between hurdles. Lots of concentration and determination and focus needed to negotiate these hurdles and to get to the finish line and book your ticket to the Olympics. And these women are all fired up. Can I tell you something about this event? The slowest, you have to run 12 something to be in this event. All the women in the qualifying or in their entry performance are faster than 13 seconds flat. This is just amazing. You know, the quality is so high. Earlier we talked about the quality in the men's sprint hurdle, but the quality in the women's sprint hurdle is just global in terms of its quality. And of course, you have to ask Danielle Williams about that. She is at 12.46, and of course, that is her entry performance. And of course, Akira Nugent, the upcoming athletes. This is the emerging athlete event, I think. If I were to title this emerging athlete event, Akira Nugent, her first year as a pro, 13.52 seconds. She looked really good the last race that she contested in. And of course, it's going to be her first time in Kingston racing since the national championships last year. Megan Tapper is there, 12.44 seconds, her entry performance. Unique Thompson at 12.43. And of course, there is Amoy Brown at 12.51. Demisha Roswell at 12.68. Those are, of course, the very deep competitors in the sprint hurdles for women. Definitely you have to be ready, come prepared for this. It is going to be a race and a half, I tell you, the women's sprint hurdles. And of course, we're good at hurdles. So the women's 400 meter hurdles is also a great event for us. Not as big a field, which is interesting. I'm not sure we have such great quality in the women at the 400 meter hurdles, but there's not that many persons. There's a small field, and the question, what's going on with the 400 meter hurdles for women? Why are we not having heats? I mean, we might not even have a prelim or a semifinal. It might be a straight finals because there might be just 8 women who have lined up for this one. This one needs an investigation. Why is it? Is this a Sydney McLaughlin effect where people are saying, oh, well, we don't have a chance against her? I don't know. This one needs an investigation. Only 4 Jamaicans, I should say only, but there are 4 Jamaicans in the top 11, say top 10, top 11, because of course one is ranked at number 11. 4 Jamaicans in that band. Rochelle Clayton at 52.81, Anjanette Knight at 53.26, Geneve Russell at 53.60, and Shan Salmon at 53.97. Those are the main contenders for the 3 spots. It says 3 spots, and of course there are 4 women of quality who are aiming for that particular qualifying spot. So it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be so interesting, these national championships. And my suggestion is, if you can't take the heat, don't make it to the track, because it's going to be so hot out there. These championships are only for the well-prepared physically and mentally. You can't come partially prepared for this one. The main test for each athlete as to whether they have the Olympic quality, whether they can actually make it. Olympic metal is being tested here at these championships. Faster, stronger, higher. Well, we thank you for joining us on our Technique Talk. Be sure to like our channel, subscribe to our channel, like our video, share it with others, and we look forward to seeing you and interact. Drop some comments down below. Let us know what you think are the prospects for our women going into Paris, and tell us, what do you think about our championships coming up? It's going to be super. Love to hear from you. Thanks for joining us. All the best.